Hello viewers, how are you all? I hope you are fit and well at your homes since we all have been confined to our homes because of this pandemic. Let us switch over the subject. Today I have brought for you, my dear viewers, a lesson, a video on the verbs. Probably you might think, why verbs? Verbs only because you see, verb is the only keyword that balances either the sentence or it conveys the meaning properly. Unless the verb, a sentence existence is not possible, as you will also agree with me. Secondly, what is required is to know what role a verb plays as far as English language is concerned. Let us study them. When we come to verbs, we know that verbs can be classified either as finite verb or non-finite verb. They can also be classified as the transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, and one more type we can say a verb with incomplete predication. When we say verbs can be classified into finite and non-finite verbs, well, a finite means a verb which changes according to the change in the tense, according to the subject that they have earlier to them. Non-finite verbs may be cited an example like the infinitives, the gerunds, the participles. They are the verbs. Now, when we come down to the main topic, the transitive verb, let us understand it basically. A transitive verb is a verb which requires an object to be taken after it so that it can convey its fullest meaning. When we study the structure of the sentence, we realize that a sentence is consisted of subject, then a verb, then either it may be an object or it may be a complement. But when it varies, it creates the doubt whether the word or group of words as a predicate that we have taken, whether it is an object or a complement. A simplest test to see whether the word is an object or a complement, just to make a question to the verb in the sentence by what or whom. If we get an answer in the sentence, then the given word is an object. But if the answer doesn't come, then surely it is a complement. Now, as we have been studying the transitive verbs, we come to know that transitive verbs are those verbs which requires an object to complete its meaning. Well, in these cases, you see, one more, there will be an interesting fact which I am putting before you. That is, a transitive verb can not only have only one object, but it can have two objects too. When the case is such, then objects can be classified as a direct object and indirect object. That I will be reaching little later in the video. Let us now study the transitive verbs. Especially transitive verbs, it also conveys the meaning that when an action, because verbs are action words, when an action is transferred from the verb to the object, then that verb is said to be transitive. When I say Sachin hit the ball hard, then an action of hitting is transferred from the verb hit to the ball as an object. Here, if we see some plentiful of examples, we can say, if I say Tom sold a car, an action of selling a car by a verb sold is transferred to car as an object. If you make a question to sold, we can get an answer. What is sold? A car is sold. So a car is an object since the presence of an object is there in the sentence, so it denotifies that the verb sold is a transitive verb. Let us see another example. Teacher scolded the students. Here if we ask the question to the verb scolded, who were scolded? And we get an answer, the students were scolded by the teachers. Since the answer we can obtain by making a question with whom or what, then we can say the word scolded is a transitive verb. In this way, you see, when we have to study the verbs into classifying them between intransitive verb and the transitive verb, one thing is sure, that a transitive verb requires an object to be taken at the end so that it can convey its fullest meaning, and intransitive verbs are those which do not require any object, any complement to be taken. They themselves conveys the complete meaning. For example, when I say bird flies in the sky, so flies in itself make a complete sense. In the sky, it's a complement, it is an addition, it's an adjunct which we have given to the sentence, but it is not to be said as an object. The structures, the sentence constructions in English are sometimes such that when a sentence is like this, like my dad bought me a book, or the grocer sold me a pack of soaps. In this, you see, the pronouns like me here and me here, they are classified as indirect object, and the lifeless things, the lifeless objects which comes after it are termed as direct object. So here when I say my dad bought me a pen, my dad bought me a book, in which me as an object, it is an indirect object, and then a book is a direct object, because what actually the action is transferred of buying is related to a book rather than me. So here me as a pronoun is an indirect object and a book is a direct object. The similar thing is there in the second sentence when I say the grocer sold me a pack of soaps. Here me is an indirect object because actually selling this action is transferred to a pack of soap rather than me. And now that is why here in these kinds of sentences we can see there are more than one object, and when the case is such, in that case when the pronouns are used, these pronouns stand as an indirect object, and a lifeless object or anything or a place is termed as a direct object. So dear viewers, today this is what I have for you. I hope you have enjoyed, entertained and educated through this video. I shall be in the series of some more videos. I will be bringing back more information regarding the verb for you. So here I say a goodbye till then.